everybody, amigos, Sanchez coming to you from Ko'olina, Hawaii. Aloha everyone, and welcome to episode 26 of Movie History, DreamWorks Animation, as we are coming down to the final film in the Paramount era. That's right, my friends, the Paramount era finally comes to a close today, my friends, because we're in the final movie in the Paramount era before we enter the 20th century era of DreamWorks Animation. Are you ready for it? Good. Because today, things are about to change for the better. And this journey is about to end right here, right now. If you are ready for it, so am I. Good. Then let's get started. Today and forever. Here we go, guys. Today, we close out the Paramount era with episode 26, Rise of the Guardians. That's right, my friends. Legends Unite. And we are about to get into it today, my friends. So yeah, November 21st in 3D, 2012. That is the release date of the film. So get ready for it. It's going to be amazing. Yes, it was DreamWorks Animation's original goal was to release 3 movies every year, but now they cut it down. They shortened it down to just 2 movies every year. That's right. That's right. From now on, DreamWorks Animation now releases only 2 movies every year. That's right. The new DreamWorks movies are being premiered twice a year. It's twice a year, my friends. So brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be amazing. And let's just jump right into it and get started, shall we? Good. If you have seen episode 25, our previous episode we did was on the final film in the Madagascar franchise, Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. So if you want to go check it out, the link to the video will be up there on the top right corner of the screen. So go click on the link and catch up right now. Otherwise, sit back and let's dive right into this. Shall we? Are you ready? Good, because the Paramount era ends now. Let's do it, guys. So about the movie. Rise of the Guardians is a 2012 American 3D computer animated action fantasy film produced by DreamWorks Animation and distributed by Paramount Pictures. The film was directed by Peter Ramsey, and in his feature directorial debut, where it was screenplay by David Lindsay Barr, based on the book series The Guardians of Childhood, and the short film The Man in the Moon by William Joyce. It stars Chris Pine, Alec Baldwin, Jude Law, Isla Fisher, and Hugh Jackman. The film tells the story about Guardian Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, and the Sandman, who enlist Jack Frost to stop the evil Pitch Black from engulfing the world in darkness in a fight of dreams. Yes, and that's because that, my friends, is how the dream works. Yeah, that's how the dream works. Cause it's all about DreamWorks Animation. Remember that? The film was released in the United States on November 21st, 2012. It grossed $306.9 million worldwide against a budget of $145 million, but lost an estimated $87 million due to marketing and distribution costs. It was nominated for the Golden Globe Award for Best Animated Feature Film and the Emmy Award for Best Animated Feature. It was the last DreamWorks Animation film to be distributed by Paramount Pictures. Starting with the crews from 2013, which we'll get to in the next episode, 20th Century Fox, now 20th Century Studios, remember that, will distribute DreamWorks' films until Captain Underpants, the first ever movie from 2017, and that was before we get into the Universal era of DreamWorks, in which Universal is currently DreamWorks' parent company. So, got it. Good. Let's get into the movie stats. Directed by Peter Ramsey, screenplay by David Lindsay, Barr based on The Guardians of Childhood, and The Man in the Moon by William Joyce. Produced by Christina Steinberg, Nancy Bergstein, starring Chris Pine, Alec Baldwin, Hugh Jackman, Isla Fisher, and Jude Law. Edited by Joyce Arastia. Music by Alexandre Desplat. Production company is DreamWorks Animation, distributed by Paramount Pictures. Release dates are as follows: October 10, 2012, at the Mill Valley Film Festival, and November 21st, 2012, for the rest of the United States, which was 42 days later. Yes, right, 42 days later, my friends. Unbelievable. Running time is 97 minutes. Countries in the United States, language is English. Budget $145 million. And box office $306.9 million. So, yeah, that's all, guys. Say, let's get into the plot of the film. Jack Frost awakens from a frozen pond with amnesia. Upon realizing that no one cares, that no one can see or hear him, he disappears. 300 years later, Jack, as the young spirit of winter, enjoys delivering snow days to school kids. But is upset that they do not believe in him. At the North Pole, the Man in the Moon warns Nicholas St. North that Pitch Black is threatening the children of the world with his nightmares. He calls Esther Bunnyman/Bunny, the Sandman, and the Tooth Fairy to arms. They are told that Jack Frost has been chosen to be a new guardian, and Buddy brings him to the North Pole. North explains to Jack that every guardian has a center, something they are the guardian of, but a call for help from Tooth's fairies ends the conversation. Visiting Tooth's world, which resembles a palace in India, Jack learns that each and every baby tooth contains childhood memories of the children who lost it, Jack's teeth included. However, Pitch raids Tooth's home, kidnapping all of her subordinate Tooth's fairies, except Baby Tooth, and stealing all the teeth, thus preventing Tooth from sharing Jack's memories and weakening children's belief in her. In order to thwart Pitch's plan, the group decides to collect Joan's teeth. During their journey, a quarrel between North and Bunny awakens the boy, Jamie. Since he still believes he can see everybody except for Jack, Pitch's nightmares then attack, provoking Sandy as the guardian of dreams. Okay. As Jack tries to intervene, but Pitch overwhelms Sandy, who seemingly disappears. Ooh, that's why he's called the Sandman. No good, my friends. And that's why he never talks in the movie. As Easter approaches, the dejected Guardians gather in Bunny's home. With the unexpected aid of Jamie's little sister, Sophie, they begin the process of painting 8 eggs for Easter. After Jack takes Sophie home, he is lured to Pitch's lair by a voice. Pitch taunts him with his memories and fear of non-belief, distracting him long enough for Pitch to destroy the eggs, causing children to stop believing in Bunny, who furiously berates Jack. With the Guardians' trust in him lost, a shamed Jack isolates himself in Antarctica, where Pitch tries to convince him to join his side. When Jack refuses, Pitch threatens to kill Baby Tooth unless Jack gives him a staff. Gives him his staff, the swords of his magic. He agrees, but Pitch breaks Jack's staff and throws him down a chasm. Oh no. Unlocking his memories inside his teeth, he learns that he was a mortal teenager who sacrificed himself to save his younger sister, dying from hypothermia and drowning. Inspired, Jack repairs his staff and returns to the lair to rescue the kidnapped Tooth Fairies. Due to Pitch, every child in the world except Jamie disbelieves, drastically weakening the Guardians. Finding Jamie's belief wavering, Jack makes this note in his room, renewing Jamie's belief and letting him become the first person ever to believe in and see Jack. They gather Jamie's friends, whose renewed belief bolsters their fight against Pitch. He threatens them, but their dreams provoke stronger than his nightmares, resulting in Sandy's resurrection and the Guardians reuniting. Defeated and no longer believed in, Pitch tries to retreat, but nightmares, sensing his own fears, turn on him and drag him to the underworld. Afterwards, Jamie and his friends bid goodbye to the Guardians, and as Jack accepts his place as the Guardian of Fun. Nobody knows it, but yes, a new Guardian, my friends. Let's get into the voice cast. Chris Pine as Jack Frost, the Spirit of Winter. Jack is a teenage hellion who enjoys creating mischief and has no interest in being bound by rules or obligations. He just wants to use his staff to spread his winter magic for the sake of fun, but also wants to be believed in. At the end of the film, Jack became the Guardian of Fun. While he cannot fly, per se, he can be carried on currents of wind, allowing him to travel great distances. Additionally, via his staff, he possesses potent cryptokinesis. The crackkinesis. Yes, the crackkinesis. I know how to pronounce it. That's okay. Jude Law as Pitch Black, the essence of fear and the Nightmare King. He has dark hair and wears a black robe/cloak. He also has an English accent because of his voice actor. Despite being the literal embodiment of terror, ironically, at the resolution, he's scared of his own nightmares after being forgotten. Alec Baldwin as Nicholas A. North, the leader of the Guardians and the Guardian of Wonder. He lives at the North Pole in the ice castle and is served by loyal North Pole natives, the Yetis, who built the castle and workshop, and the Christmas elves. He has a Russian accent / culture persona. Oh boy. Hugh Jackman as E. Esther Bunnyman, called Bunny for short, the keeper and bringer of the Easter eggs as the Easter Bunny and Guardian of Hope. He shares his voice actor's Australian accent. Okay. Isla Fisher as as Toothiana, called Tooth for short, the Tooth Collector known as the Tooth Fairy and the Guardian of Memories. Tooth is part human and part hummingbird, loosely resembling a canary, assisted by many fairies that are split off extensions of herself. She collects the children's teeth, which hold their most precious memories. Tooth stores them in her palace and returns memories where they are needed the most. Sandy the Sandman is the guardian of dreams and the oldest of the guardians, being the first guardian chosen by the man in the moon. He doesn't / can't speak. Oh, that's right. But communicates through sand images that he conjures above his head. Oh boy, the ping, my friends, the little ping. I know. So we have guardians of fun, wonder, hope, memories, and dreams. So that should be pretty good. Moving on. Georgie Gravy as Sophie Bennett, Jamie's little sister, Jacob Bertrand as Monty, Dominique Grunt as Cupcake. Alright, thanks for the phone, my friend. You're welcome. Alright, Olivia Mattingly as Mary, Jack's sister, Ryan Kriego as Burgess Dog Walker, and Peter Ramsey and April Lawrence as Burgess Pedestrians. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go to the production. It's a long one, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get ready for it. In 2005, William Joyce and Real FX launched a joint venture from Ainsworth Amusements to produce CG animated feature films, one of which was set to be The Guardians of Childhood, based on Joyce's idea. The film was not realized, but they did create a short anime film, The Man in the Moon, directed by Joyce, which introduced the Guardians' idea and served as an inspiration for the film. Early in 2008, Joyce sold the film rights to DreamWorks Animation after the studio assured him it would respect his vision for the characters and that he would be involved with the creative process. In November 2009, it was revealed that DreamWorks had hired Peter Ramsey to make his feature debut as director of what was then titled The Guardians, and playwright David Lindsay, and playwright David Lindsay Abair to script. Lindsay Abair had previously worked with Joyce by co-writing the screenplay for Robots, which I'll talk about in a future series focusing on Blue Sky Studios films. Coming soon. Joyce acted as a co-director for the first few years, but left his position after the death of his daughter, Mary Catherine, who died of brain tumor.
We gotta get going, honey.
Oh boy. As you know, moving on. I know. Joyce continued to work on the film only as an executive producer, while Ramsey took the helm solo as a full-time director, making him the first African-American director to direct a big-budget CG animated film, as well as making it one of the first DreamWorks films to have only one director instead of two, and not have a co-director. That's right, one of the first films to have one director. As with some previous DreamWorks films, Guillermo del Toro came on board to join Joyce as an executive producer. Present almost from the beginning, he was able to help shape the story, character design, theme, and structure of the film. He said he was proud that the filmmakers were making parts of the film dark and moody and pathetic, and expressed hope this might set a different tone for family movies, for entertainment movies. The final title, Rise of the Guardians, was announced in early 2011, along with the first cast. Oh boy. This is not gonna be good, but I promise you, can't get out of here, my friends. No one needs to know why we love this journey. Moving on. Roger Deakins, the cinematographer who had already worked on the previous DreamWorks film, How to Train Your Dragon, advised on the lighting to achieve its real look. And yes, I did talk about How to Train Your Dragon in one of our previous episodes of the show. So yeah, How to Train Your Dragon, it was featured on episode 20, so go check it out right now if you don't watch this video. Okay, he selected photographic references for color keys, and during the production, he gave notes on contrast, saturation, depth of field, and light intensity. The film contains a lot of special effects, particularly the volumetric particles for depicting Sandman and pitch. For this, DreamWorks Animation developed OpenVDB, a more efficient tool and format for manipulating and storing volume data like smoke and other amorphous materials. OpenVDB had been already used on Puss in Boots and Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, which I did in episodes 24 and 25 respectively, so make sure you go check it out after you're done watching this video. And was released in August 2012 for free as an open source project with a hope to become an industry standard. Although the film is based on the Joyce's book series, it contains differences from the books. The book series, begun in 2011, explains the origins of the characters, while the film takes place about 300 years after the books. Okay, and shows how the characters function in present time. Joyce explained, because I don't want people to read the book and then go see the movie and go, oh, I like the book better. And I also didn't want them to know what happens in the movie. And I also knew that during the progress of film production, a lot of things could change. So I wanted to have a sort of distance. So we were able to invoke the books and use them to help us figure out the world of the movie. But I didn't want them to be openly competitive to each other. The idea for the Guardians came from Joyce's daughter, who asked him if he thought Santa Claus had ever met the Easter Bunny. The film includes a dedication to her, as well as a song, Still Dream, sung over the end credits. Originally, the film was set to be released on November 2nd, 2012, but DreamWorks Animation pushed the film to November 21st, 2012, to avoid competition with Pixar's upcoming film, Monsters University, which in turn has been pushed to November 2nd, 2012, to avoid competition with the Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 2. Oh boy, that's right. We do not want competition, my guys. We do not want a competition. There's no competing in movies. Remember that. Monsters University was then pushed to June 21st, 2013, with Disney's Wreck-It Ralph taking its place. That's why you cannot compete in movies, my friends. You cannot compete in movies, my friends. Move on to the music. French composer Alexandre Desplat composed the original music for the film, which was released on November 13, 2012 by Varenza Sarabande. The score was recorded in London at Abbey Road Studios and Air Studios, and performed by the London Symphony Orchestra, with a choral contribution by London Voices. David Lindsay-Abaire wrote the lyrics for the end credit song, Still Dream, which was performed by soprano Renee Fleming. Stravinsky's Firebird Suite can also be heard during the scene where North first appears. This film marks the first time that a DreamWorks Animation film has not been composed by Hans Zimmer or a member of his remote control productions family of composers, mainly John Powell, Henry Jackson, Lord Baffy, Harry Gregson Williams, or his brother Rupert Gregson Williams. Oh no. Remote Control Productions is formed by Hans Zimmer and is fully owned by DreamWorks Animation. So get ready for it, guys. This is gonna be epic. Let's go to release. Rise of the Guardians had its premiere on October 10, 2012 at the Mill Valley Film Festival in Mill Valley, California, followed by the international premiere at the International Rome Film Festival on November 13, 2012. Under distribution by Paramount Pictures, the film was released on November 12, 2012 in American theaters, digitally remastered into IMAX 3D. It was shown in limited international and domestic IMAX theaters. It was the second film released in the Fur Barco's Aura 11.1 3D audio format after Red Tails. Okay, no one knows what Red Tails is, but that's okay. The film was also shown in Dolby Atmos, a surround sound technology introduced in 2012. Rise of the Guardians was the last DreamWorks Animation film distributed by Paramount, as DreamWorks has signed a 5-year distribution deal with 20th Century Studios, which started in 2013 with The Cruise. And I'll talk about that in the next episode. Keep your eyes peeled for it, coming your way real soon. Let's go to home media. Rise of the Guardians was released on Blu-ray disc, 2D and 3D, on DVD on March 12, 2013. This was the last DreamWorks Animation home media release to be distributed by Paramount Home Entertainment, since 20th Century Studios announced its distribution agreement with DreamWorks Animation a few months before the theatrical release. The film was more successful at home media sales at the box office, having at the end of the second quarter of 2013 the highest box office to DVD conversion ratio among major releases. In the first quarter of 2013, it sold 3.2 million home entertainment units worldwide, and in the second quarter, 0.9 million units, for a total of 4.1 million units. Oh boy, didn't know about that. That's right, 900,000 units were sold. It was re-released on DVD on November 5th, 2013, and comes with a winding wind up March Elf, and comes up with a wind up marching elf toy. As of October 2014, 5.8 million home entertainment units were sold worldwide. In July 2014, the film's distribution rights were purchased by DreamWorks Animation from Paramount Pictures and transferred to 20th Century Studios. The rights were moved to Universal Pictures in 2018 after the buyout of DreamWorks Animation by Comcast/NBC Universal. It was re-released on DVD and Blu-ray on June 5th, 2018 by Universal Pictures Home Entertainment. Okay. This was something. Let's go to reception, starting with critical response. On the review aggregator website, Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 75% based on 161 reviews, with an average rating of 6.60 out of 10. That's right, 6.60. This is good. The website's critical consensus reads, a sort of adventures for the elementary school set. Rise of the Guardians is a wonderfully animated and briskly paced, but it's only so-so in the story development. Yes. Oh boy. Metacritic, which assigns a rating out of 100 top reviews from mainstream critics, calculated a score of 58 based on 37 reviews, which indicates mixed or average reviews. Audiences polled by Cinema Score, that's right, Cinema Score, gave the film an average grade of A on an A plus F scale. So that's right, my friends, on a scale between A plus and F, the film's final grade is an A. That's right, A by Cinema Score. Kerry Rickley of the Philadelphia Inquirer gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4 and found that the film's characters have a primal familiarity, as though they were developed by a tag team of Maurice Sendak and Walt Disney. Oh no, Walt Disney. You better believe it. I got a new episode of Movie History, Walt Disney Animation Studios coming soon as we take a look at Tarzan. So stay tuned for that. Ollie Richards of Empire wrote, it's gorgeously designed, deftly written, and frequently laughed out funny. For child or adult, this is a fantasy to get lost in. The Washington Post's Michael O'Sullivan also gave the film a positive review and said, thoughts become things. That's the message of Rise of the Guardians. A charming, if slightly dark and cobwebbed anime feature about how believing in something makes it real, or real enough. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times gave the film 3 stars out of 4 and wrote in his review, there is an audience for this film. It's not me. I gather younger children that will like. I gather younger children will like the breakneck action, the magical ability to fly, and the young hero who has tired of only being a name. Though he did say their parents and older siblings may find the 89-minute running time quite long enough. Todd McCarthy of The Hollywood Reporter called the film a lively but derivative 3D storybook spree for some unlikely action heroes. Conversely, Justin Shank of Variety said even tots may emerge feeling slightly browbeaten by this colorful, strenuous, and hyperactive fantasy, which has movements of charm and beauty, but often resembles an exploding toy factory rather than a work of honest achievement. Joe Morgenstern of the Wall Street Journal found that the film lacks a resonant center, and that the script seems to have been written by a committee, with members lobbying for each major character and the action set in vast environments all over the map, spreads itself so thin that a surfeit of motion vitiates emotion. Okay, vitiates emotion. That's it. Let's say reception. Oh boy. Let's go to box office. Rise of the Guardians grossed $103.4 million in the United States and Canada, and $203.5 million in other countries, for a worldwide total of $306.9 million. In North America, the film opened to $32.3 million over its extended 5-day weekend, and with $23.8 million over the 3-day weekend, it reached 4th place behind the Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn. Part 2, Skyfall and Lincoln. The film's opening was the lowest debut for a DreamWorks Animation film since Flushed Away. That in which I rated on episode 14 of the series, so please go watch it after you're done watching this video. While the film did gross more than double of its $145 million budget, it still did not turn a profit for DreamWorks Animation due to its high production and marketing costs, forcing the studio to take an $87 million write-down. This marked the first time that the studio had lost money on an animated film since Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, which I rated on episode 8 of this series, so go watch that after you're done watching this one. As a result of this, combined with other factors, in February 2013, the studio was announced it was laying off 350 employees as part of a company-wide restructuring. Additionally, the studio was heavily dependent on the success of Rise of the Guardians to fund other studio projects. Most notably, the ill-fated Me and My Shadow project. But due to the failure to gain a stable box office response, it heavily affected the studio's ability to release original movies. Oh no. No effect, my friends. No effect! Alright, let's go to accolades to close out reception. The Rome Film Festival and Vanity Fair magazine awarded the new Vanity Fair International Award for Cinematic Excellence in November 2012 to Rise of the Guardians. The film also received the Hollywood Animation Award at the 16th Annual Hollywood Film Festival, held on October 22nd, 2012. Okay, so let's take a look at those receptions. Let's go to the awards. Nominees, award category, recipients, and result. Here I go. African American Film Critics Association. Best Animation, 1! Yes, that's right, friends. Alliance of Women Film Journalists. Best Animated Feature, Isla Fisher. Who Voiced Tooth, nominated. American Cinema Editors. Best Edited and Animated Feature Film, Joyce Arestia, nominated. Let's go to the Indie Awards. Best Animated Feature, nominated. Oh boy. Animated Effects and Animated Production, Andy Haynes, Carl Hooper, and David Lipton. 1! That's right, my friends. Character Animation and Feature Production. David Pate, Philippe Lebrun, Pierre Perifel, nominated. Too bad, my friends. All three got their nominations. That's so bad. Music and Animated Feature Production. Alexandre Desplat, nominated. Production Design in an Animated Feature Production. Patrick Hannenberger, Max Boss, J. Borgar, Woo Young Jung, Perry Maple, Peter Menez, Stan Seo, and Felix Yoon, nominated. Oh boy. Story reporting and Animated Feature Production. Sean Hain Mate, 1! That's right, friends. Winner. Voice acting in an Animated Feature Production. Jude Law, nominated. Editorial in an Animated Feature Production. And finally, editorial in an Animated Feature Production. Joyce Arestia, nominated. Boy, that's no good. Critics' Choice Awards. Best Animated Feature, nominated. Cinema Audio Society, Outstanding Achievement in Sound Mixing for Motion Pictures, Animated, nominated. Boy, Golden Globe Awards, Best Animated Feature Film, nominated. Golden Reel Awards, Best Sound Editing and Animated Feature Film, nominated. Hollywood Film Festival, Best Animated Feature, Peter Ramsey, 1! That's right, friends. International Film, Music, and Critics Association Awards. Film Composer of the Year, Alexander Desplat, also for Argo, Moonrise Kingdom, Rusted Bone, and 0-30, nominated. No good, my friends. And Best Original Score and Animated Feature, Alexander Desplat, 1! That's right, I know. Mill Valley Film Festival, Audience Favorite Children's Film, Peter Ramsey, 1! This is good, my friends. This is really good. Producers Guild of America, Outstanding Producer of an Anime Theatrical Motion Picture, Nancy Bernstein and Christina Steinberg, nominated. Satellite Awards, 2012. Best Animated or Mixed Media, 1! Yes. Visual Effects Society. Outstanding Animation and Animated Feature Motion Picture, Nancy Bernstein, David Prescott, Peter Ramsey, and Christina Steinberg, nominated. Outstanding Creative Environment in an Animated Feature Motion Picture, The North Pole, Eric Beaufort, The North Pole by Eric Beaufort, Sujia Bouchard, Andy Herbeck, and Peter Menez, nominated. Outstanding Effects and Simulation Animation and Animated Feature Production, Animated Feature Motion Picture, that's right, FX. I know, FX, I know. Last Stand by Eddie Hayes, Carl Hooper, Andrew Wheeler, and Stephen Wood, nominated. Oh boy. And finally, Women's Film Critics Circle. Best Family Film, Rise of the Guardians, tied with Life of Pi, 1! That's right, win. The movie won alongside tied Life of Pi. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Moving on to video game. A video game based on the film was released by D3 Publisher on November 12, 2012 in North America and released on November 23, 2012 in Europe. It allows gamers to lead the Guardians in their battle with Pitch. The game is a 3D beat 'em up where players travel through each of the worlds: Burgess, North Pole, Bunny Moon Valley, Two Planets, and Sandman's Ship. That's right. Burgess for Jack, North Pole for North, Bunny Moon Valley for Bunny, Two Planets for Tooth, and Sandman's Ship for Sandy. No. Divide Pitch's Army of Nightmares. Okay. The player can switch between all 5 Guardians at any time and freely customize their powers, and they learn new special abilities as they level up. All the game versions support up to 4-player gameplay. It is available on the Wii U, Wii U, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Nintendo DS, and Nintendo DS. Okay? And finally, let's close out this episode with possible sequel. After the release of the film, the creators of Rise of the Guardians expressed hope that the strong average grade of A given to the film by audiences surveyed by Cinema Score and enthusiastic word of mouth would gather a support for the chance to make a sequel or two. Author and co-producer of the series, William Joyce, also mentioned in March 2013 that he was still in talks about a sequel with DreamWorks Animation. There's still something we are proposing that we hope they will want to do. So yeah, that's the end of Rise of the Guardians. Finalized rating for the film. I gotta say, Rise of the Guardians is definitely a great film. Always a pleasure to see it. Besides, the film is currently available on Netflix. However, not for long. It'll be leaving on Thursday, my friends. Thursday is the final day to watch it on Netflix. So you better hurry up before it goes away. It'll be disappearing like magic, and you have to find another streaming source to find it. But fear not, my friends, because it is. Fear not, my friends, because we'll have it here on YouTube coming soon. That's right, my friends. Let's hope for the best. You've got nothing to worry about here, because Rise of the Guardians is always a great movie, guaranteed. And so, with all that said, guys, at the end of the day, this is definitely one of my all-time favorite movies on my wish list, and so that's on my watch list. And so that being said, I'm gonna give Rise of the Guardians a score of 8.5 out of 10. Great to amazing, my friends. Great to amazing. It's the same exact rating as. Same exact rating as in the previous episode. Madagascar 3, Heroes Most Wanted, but yet in the end, it's definitely worth it. I'm so excited to see that Rise of the Guardians finally got a happy ending, and to see that every Guardian can make a dream come true. So it's time to follow up with your fun, hope, wonder, memories, and dreams together. That is how we do Rise of the Guardians. Well done, DreamWorks. You totally deserve it. However, it's just my personal conservative opinion. You can feel free to agree or disagree with any thoughts or opinions in the comment section below. With all that said, guys, that's it. The Paramount era is over. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of Movie History DreamWorks Animation. The next time we see it, we begin the 20th century era of the studio. So get ready for it, guys. It's going to be awesome, but we'll see you on Santa Maria Supremacy later on today as my family takes on Masumiro as we get closer to the end of round 4. This is going to be awesome. And don't forget, tomorrow we have the finale of our Moshi monthly series as we got episode 3 of Moshi Springtime. This time, we got Chirpy's Springtime Sing Song. So get ready for it. It'll be amazing. You do not want to miss it, guys. Woo! It's going to be awesome. And be looking for Movie History Walt Disney Animation series coming soon. Again, it'll be about Tarzan. So be looking for that as well. And Saturday is our season finale of Rob Gia 0407 Little History Told from Las Vegas, Nevada. As we take a look at Vauxhall. Requested by PJ Berry, the Super Sentai fan, the Super Sentai fan. So that's it. PJ Berry, the Super Sentai fan. So be on the lookout for that coming this Saturday. It's going to be awesome. For the rest of the schedule, check us out on videos on the channel. But for now, I got to end it right here. Thanks for watching. I'm Nico Sanchez. Give yourself. Now, see you next time on Movie History DreamWorks Animation. Next time, I told you, yeah, I mentioned it before. We're going to do it again. That's why, my friends, the 20th century era begins. In the next episode, episode 27 is The Cruise. Okay, guys, this is it. I'm so excited for it. The Cruise is what we're taking a look at next time, episode 27. So stay tuned for as we begin the 20th Century Studios era of DreamWorks Animation. So get ready for it, guys. It's going to be off the hook. You did not want to miss, my friends. We officially began the 20th century era of DreamWorks Animation. So stay tuned for it, guys. It's coming your way real soon. March 22nd in 3D. You do not want to miss it. Until then, if you want to go catch up on past episodes, we got a playlist for you. But no, we got a playlist for you from Ants all the way up to Rise of the Guardians. As you know, at the time of doing this video, I've done Ants, I did The Person Egypt as prequel, Joseph King Dreams, I did The Road to Colorado. All 3 are main collaborations: Chicken Run, Monster Rabbit, The Curse of Winter Rabbit, and Flush Away. I also did all 4 Shrek movies. I did Spirits, Daddy of the Simra, I did Sinbad, Legends of Seas, I did Shark Tale, all 3 Madagascar movies, Over the Hedge, B Movie, the first 2 Kung Fu Panda movies, Monsters vs. Aliens, the first How to Train Your Dragon, Megamind, and Puss in Boots, and most recently, Rise of the Guardians. So go check it out right now. All the links to the playlist is up there on the top right corner screen. So go click on the link and catch it right now. All past videos are available for you to watch anytime, anywhere. Definitely go do so. I highly recommend you go check it out. But for now, though, everybody must come to an end. I got it right here. So thank you all for watching today. Until then, I'll see you real soon for episode 27 as we begin the 20th Century Studios era of DreamWorks Animation with The Cruise. Until then, please remember to leave a like, share this video with your friends, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, turn notifications to this video. Subscribe to notifications to draw to this new video for me as we're on the road to 1,700 subscribers. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I hope you have a great time from Hawaii. So, So aloha for movie history, DreamWorks Animation, and mahalo for watching, because we're all one big ohana. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Never lose your dreams forever. I'll see you guys in another video. Laters!